Hello everyone. Today we're going to be looking at a game called Automation Empire, a factory-style building game where it's up to you to lay out the factories and make everything run as effectively and smoothly as you can to gain lots and lots of fake money? Anyway, it's a fun game. Let's check it out. So the game gives you 10 initial maps to start with, and 4 additional maps if you've completed the initial 10. Today we're going to be going with the open space map because I think for beginners it's probably the easiest place to start. It gives you a lot of open space and you can pretty much design your factories however you want. So let's get started. Start a new colony and we will name our new colony Buckstown. Now it gives you 2 modes to choose from, or rather 2 modes you can turn off and on. Starter mode I would recommend putting on, especially if you're a new player. With it off, it gives you more money and less things to start with, so you can kind of do it yourself, but you're going to want to do all that later on, redo all that rather later on anyway, so for now we're going to leave that on. Challenge mode is exactly what it says. You can play with where it's not challenging, or you can play where it is challenging. We're going to put challenge on because it adds this taxation thing where the more money you make, the more your taxes go up, and it kind of keeps you in that constant fret of always needing to go to the next step before your empire goes bankrupt. So, with all that being said, let's get into Buckstown. Alright, so here we are. Looks like we have a goal of 30,000 kilograms for a 3-month weight output. Okay. And gives us a little bit of starting stuff, not too much, just some basics. We'll get into altering that in just a minute as soon as we take a quick look around and see why this place was called open space. Look at all that open room. It's going to be very, very, very easy for new players to kind of do whatever they want on this map. It's awesome. It's going to be fun. Alright, that looks like iron. And oh, there's gold. A lot of gold over there. More coal. That's oil. Oh, wow, that's a lot of oil. So this map, they even take it a step further, making it easy by clumping everything together in great quantity, which is really cool. I like it. I like it a lot. More iron and even more iron. All right, so let's get started on our basics here. We have one little drone here, one little drone, and one little crate maker, and one little pump. We basically want to start by definitely expanding this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of that, and that. If I can get it, there we go. Bringing this over. Now I have played this for a short time, just to get a basic idea of the controls, and I haven't made it all the way through a map yet, but I didn't want to make a complete and total fool of myself while recording, which I'm sure at some point I probably will. So, alright, you want to get these train tracks, or not train tracks, minecart tracks, excuse me. Now these are kind of, let's see, very offset from each other. So, actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's just run that straight to a vat. There's really no point in having that one on a minecart. Okay, now this is a pickup, and that's a drop off, which is very important when running these minecart tracks, making sure you get those right. Okay, can I do this? Perfect. Okay, extend that out just a bit there. And one minecart on that track ought to do it until we add some more. Oh, yeah, crate maker. We took that away. We need to put that back. Do I have enough room here? Let's see. I do. Maybe. Let's see. Can I do this with that thing there? I couldn't do it anyway because the road curves so unnecessarily. Maybe we should have went with starter mode off. Let's see. I'm gonna make some quick modifications here because we definitely are gonna want another one of those there. Yeah, like that. And I believe this was the entry. Yes. So we need an exit. Now the real weird, quirky thing about these entry and exits are you can only have the entries close to the other entry. Now I can't afford this one, so here we can get rid of that because we don't need that just yet. It's a little bit of money back. Rebuild the road. Okay. I still can't afford it. But you can only have these close together, that kind of boxy outline. So like you can't, it kind of shows you like how close it has to be. So I couldn't just decide, you know what, I want to have another truck come in over here. It would tell you it has to be in close proximity to another one. So we're kind of bound to this area to begin with. Okay, now that we've spent a lot of money, we need to get some money back. Unload station. Okay, we're going to add 2 of those and 1 more drone. Alright, now you can customize these. We're going to set this one at high priority and not destroy crates. There is an instance where destroying crates is a good thing, but we'll get into that as it comes along. Our first step is really to get a little bit more production going than it starts with, so we can make some more money. And then our next step will be to get some much needed research points by building these research labs to unlock the future tech to even begin to build factories and to start optimizing our factories. So let's unpause the game. We'll let the little drones do their work. Hopefully I've set this little thing up right. Yes? No? Maybe? Yep, okay, there we go. And that'll go into there, which will feed into this. And these 2 should be able to keep this crate maker going pretty much full time as long as the drones can keep up with it. Okay, 1 more. I'm tempted to buy another drone. No, we'll let these 2 drones do their thing. Okay, and our first truck is going out. We need the money bad. We're going broke already. Alright, in comes the other truck. As soon as it gets parked, they should get back to doing their jobs. Break time's over, drones. Back to work. You can customize these things, which is really cool. You can set them to the different priority levels, or if you really wanted to, with a complex system, you could set them to only take certain things. So if you were using the drones for a long time, you could set these to only accept certain materials, and depending on where the drones were picking up the crates, if this one was set to only take iron ore, for example, they wouldn't take this to anything set with iron ore. So a better example would be if we come over here and did the same thing with iron, you wouldn't want drones going all the way, picking up something over here, and coming all the way over here. So you would set just this for coal and just that for iron. Okay, we got another truck going out. We got a little bit of money now. It's not bad. What do we, ooh. How much is this? 10,000. We need more money. There we go. But we need another. I think I'll use this one down here, but we need a little bit more money just to get the research going. Okay. Alright, there's not much we can do but kind of let it run at this point, so I'm going to skip ahead at least until I have enough money built up to where we can get some research going. Alright guys, so I let it run long enough just to get a research center down, accumulate a little bit of money to play with so we weren't just sitting here staring at a screen and drones going to work. Well, let's talk about a few things. This is a very temporary setup. The research center is not going to be that close to the road. This is a just for now type of thing. And that's one of the awesome features about Automation Empire is you can kind of tinker and test around and use your imagination to create all kinds of things. And if you don't like the way it works, or it's not as effective as you hoped, you can sell everything for 100% of the money you spent to put it down. So it opens up an endless possibility to make a bunch of different things and ideas come to life at actually no monetary cost, which is awesome. I love that fact about this game. But let's look here. This is it's almost got enough to create some collectible research, but we're definitely backing up on coal here, and we're going to be redoing this a little bit. Now you might notice I flipped this around to the other way because we're running out of room right here, and we can add another one right here on the other side, which we will do in a moment. But for now, we're going to kind of optimize this setup because this is backing up. So we'll start by getting rid of that, and that. Thank you for moving, drone. Now we'll put our crate maker back down, but this time we're going to put it this way. Pause time so that truck doesn't sit there forever. Okay, I'm wrong. We're not going to put it that way. I take that back. What in the world was that? Oh, that's what that's what I was thinking. All right, we're going to put that there. Sorry, kind of got lost there. Put a tube here. Now eventually we will be able to put a tube there with another crate maker, but we at least want to collect one of these before I do that. So let's put this here. Is that right? Now see, I can sell this for 15,000, which is exactly what I paid for it. It's awesome, awesome feature of this game. Okay, that was right. Okay, come to the conveyors. Now we're going to opt to go out 4 this time. Now we're going to stay in the direction that we actually have this stop. By the time that we put another one of these going the other way, we'll have moved the research, and it'll be closer to the next truck stop. Okay. We have to turn this back on high priority for the drones and let them get back to work. Research is almost there. Drones are working. Soon we will have enough money to hook up more miners and expand our empire further. But this is just a beginner setup. Things move kind of slow in the beginning, but once you get some factories running, oh man, does the game progress quickly. Now see, by extending this, we've allowed more crates to be in weight of the next truck. So the next logical thing that would be to do is get more drones. Let's buy 2 of them. Now I could extend this out again. Actually, I think I might just go ahead and do that since that thing is still backing up. Looks like our research is ready to be collected. Excuse me, drone. Alright, let's collect that. So we have 23,000 research points. And the first thing we want to buy with those research points is a refiner so we can actually start refining these basic ores into something a little bit better. Now these other charts up here give you an idea of what each thing sells for. Right now we are selling coal ore for $1,137, but if we refine that coal ore, we can get $1,650, which you don't have to be a super mathematician to know, that's better. Okay, but we gotta wait on the research, and yeah, that's really slow. Our trucks seem to be coming in and out a lot faster, which is good. We've got more drones. Now I can't buy more drones until I put down more of these things here. These, what are they called? Drone bays. The problem with the drone bays is, one, they're expensive and they add additional cost per month. So unless we absolutely have to for maximum optimization, we're not going to just yet. We will eventually, but not yet. Look at all these crates sitting there just waiting on a truck. Oh, and here comes a truck. So even by extending this out, we've still got crates waiting, and this is still building up coal, even though it's attached to a research center. So we don't need to hook up any more pumps just yet. We just kind of let these little guys do their job and gather up some money in research to take the next step. As soon as this thing is able to be collected, we can buy the step conveyors, and we can work on our very first factory. But we gotta let the little guys work. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut ahead again so you guys don't have to watch this. See you in just a second. Alright, and we're back. And I've let it run long enough to accumulate $152,000, which is a lot of money if you think about it for such a simple setup. And we're almost at the point where we can collect enough research points to unlock our basic factory things. So let's unpause and... Okay, there we're there. Alright, so we claim that. We have 66,000 research points. So for now, we're done researching. You can go. You can go. I believe this thing here, if I can get it. Yep, that can go. Okay, pause again. Now we want the refiner. We want step conveyors. And a lot more stuff comes with that, unlocking step conveyors, than just step conveyors. If we look down... yep, there we go. We get transfer claws. And these guys are really cool, and they really make your factory work. They also look pretty awesome. So let's figure out where we want our first factory to be. We will have it orange. Why not? Okay, we're just going to build a small factory. I always say that, end up with more space than I need. Yeah, we'll just do... yeah, that sounds good. Now these factories are really expensive, and the only thing I don't like about these factories is you can make them as big or as small as you can afford, but once you put them down, they're down. If you didn't make it big enough, you can't extend it. You have to delete the whole thing and start over. The only upside to that is you did get all your money back. So I think for now we're gonna go with the ones that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A 10 by 10. Yeah, see, small factory. Right. Maybe we'll shrink that down. Too small. Yeah, we'll go 9 by 9. Okay, one of the most important things of this factory is going to be running the minecarts in and out. And to do so, to power, or not to power, but to give the resources that we're going to need to start refining this coal, we're going to need a lot more of these guys. So this was already a giant chunk of money. And now we got to put out another giant chunk of money. Yeesh. Because we pretty much need them all. Yeah. Now the fun part of figuring out how we can run a minecart to each one of these in a somewhat effective fashion to pick up all this coal. We might actually just leave that one attached to this, even though we know that's not going to effectively keep it running all the time, just so while we're working on this, we can still make a little bit of money. So let's get started. We need the put down. Right there. This. This is the most effective way I've found to do this, because these minecarts won't necessarily always go where you want them to go. So you figure out your put down station first, and then you put a minecart or minecart track underneath of it and connect it as you can. So we're not going to be able to turn it that sharp to get to that way, so we're going to loop around the outside of this one. Another way of doing this, if you had a lot of money, would be to connect with these to tubes, to vats, to another tube, to a vat, to kind of extend them out. You can play with it a little bit so you don't have to make a big loop. But starting out, you really don't have that much money, especially for this big vat here is $30,000, which is just under half of what we have. So for now, we'll work the easy way. So we're going to put that one down here. And can we, yes. If that line wasn't in the way, I believe I can, oops. Believe I can get one of those there. That might be tight. That's going to be tight. Okay, flip it around. And yeah, I can absolutely do that if that wasn't there. So we'll pause. Get you out of the way. Yeah, we can just do that because that runs. Okay, there we go. Now get back on this. Put one there. And can't really see. No matter where we go, we can't see. Let's connect this one first. Okay, now flip this around. Go right like that. So, I know I kind of ran this one to connect it, well, because actually we need this one. So yeah, hold on, let me get that up there. Yeah, never mind. We don't need any of this. This can go. Oh, not that. Dang it. We actually need that. Huh. Seeing some excess money now that I don't need to be. Every time. There we go. Get rid of all of this. Go back to our semi-original setup. There we go. Oop. Set this too high. And we're back in business. Now that's going to be a slow system, but it's really just to accumulate some money if we have to unpause it while we're working on our factory. Once we get our factory up and going, that's when the real money starts to happen. So we can get rid of this and that. Put connect you. Perfect. Okay, so we kind of have to see where this goes in, and that will actually go in right to the middle. It's important to note where your minecart lines come into your factory. That way you know where to put the doors. And the reason for that is the doors don't just go anywhere. The doors only go on the center of each tile. So putting that one on the end is going to be perfect. We can run that in. Stop it there. Now this one is going to run, oh, look at that, right in the middle of that. Perfect. Put that there. And voila. We can run this out and over. Now we have a loop. I put all the things down. I think I did. Hopefully I got them the right way. And because we're running a minecart track around 4 of these things, we're going to do at least 4 minecarts to start. Now, into the factory. It's a pretty simple process. We might have to let it run to get a little bit more money. Yeah, because some of these things get really, really, really expensive. These are 10,000 a piece. We need at least 4, maybe 8 of those. We're going to need a couple of these. Yeah, we don't even have enough for 8 of those, so we'd have to run yeah. Okay, so we need to let it run and accumulate just a little bit of money. But I think that's where we're going to call episode 1 for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to leave a like and subscribe, as you no idea how much that helps me out as a new YouTuber. And I hope to see everybody back for episode number 2. Have a wonderful day.